Welcome to the Lakers News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
In recent weeks, discussions about a potential trade between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Los Angeles Lakers have gone through a roller coaster of speculation but ultimately did not come to fruition. Don't forget to subscribe to the Lakers News Fan Report channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any updates, and we'll stay informed about everything happening in the world of the Lakers. One of the main reasons for this was Portland's aggressive stance in negotiations, particularly regarding the price of players like Jerami Grant. The Blazers are asking for a considerable return, such as 2 first-round picks, something even analysts closely connected to the franchise consider excessive. For many, the ideal scenario would be for Portland to accept a more reasonable deal to alleviate their salary cap and focus on rebuilding. However, so far, the franchise has remained firm in its demands. The proposed trade involved sending D'Angelo Russell, Jarred Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and 2 future draft picks to Portland. In return, the Lakers would receive Grant and Robert Williams III. While both players have traits that would fit well with Los Angeles, the trade raises some concerns. The main issue is the draft picks, especially because the Lakers, already with a competitive roster, need to consider how those picks might impact their depth and flexibility in the future. Analyzing the players involved, Jerami Grant would be an excellent addition for the Lakers. He would bring a significant offensive presence and solid defense, both of which Los Angeles needs to compete for the title. Robert Williams III, known for his defensive ability and shot-blocking skills, would also make a significant difference on the Lakers' defense. However, the constant concern with his injuries is a factor that cannot be ignored. His ability to stay healthy throughout the season is something Los Angeles would need to carefully evaluate, as Williams' health has always been a point of uncertainty in his career. In summary, while the trade has the potential to improve the Lakers' roster, all factors need to be weighed, from the draft picks to the players' health concerns. Until Portland takes a more pragmatic approach, the possibility of a deal seems distant. Portland, for its part, continues to bet on a long-term rebuild, which is reflected in their rigid stance during negotiations. The franchise's focus is to accumulate valuable assets, such as draft picks, to shape their future. The challenge is that this approach makes any potential trade more difficult for teams like the Lakers, who are already at the peak of their title window and are not willing to sacrifice too many of their future draft picks, especially when they already have a solid and competitive roster in place. For the Lakers, making moves that strengthen their immediate team is the priority, meaning that accepting a trade with so much long-term risk, particularly if it means giving up first-round picks, would be a calculated move. Moreover, it's important to consider the impact that adding Grant and Williams III would have on the overall balance of the team. Grant, while an excellent offensive and defensive option, could occupy an important role in the roster, but his arrival could also affect the playing time of some veterans who play key roles in the rotation, such as LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Williams III, with his ability to defend and block shots, could be an excellent choice to strengthen the defense, but the concern with his injuries raises a crucial point. The Lakers would need to ensure he remains healthy during the playoffs, where physical endurance is a determining factor. Even with the potential benefits that Grant and Williams III could bring, the issue of draft picks still carries a lot of weight. The question is whether the Lakers could find a balance between immediate needs and investing in the franchise's future. At the same time, Portland needs to consider that by continuing to ask for too much, they might miss the opportunity to trade these players for something more tangible, with a team like the Lakers, who are clearly in win-now mode and willing to add impactful pieces to their rotation. Therefore, while the prospect of a trade between the Lakers and Blazers is still possible, it seems to depend on both sides adjusting their expectations. For the Lakers, the need to strengthen their immediate roster is clear, but doing so without compromising their future is also a priority. For Portland, it will be crucial to find a middle ground that allows them to maximize the value of their assets without driving away potential trade partners. The negotiation game continues, and who knows, if both teams adjust their positions, a deal beneficial to everyone involved might finally be reached. As a Lakers fan, I see this potential trade with the Blazers as an interesting opportunity, but also one filled with challenges. On one hand, Grant and Williams III would be valuable pieces for the team. Grant brings an offensive and defensive presence that would complement the roster well, especially alongside LeBron and Davis. He could be the type of player who helps balance the rotation and adds more depth to the team. Williams III, on the other hand, has incredible defensive potential and could further strengthen the team's already solid defense. The problem, of course, is his health. The last thing we want is to invest in a player who might be sidelined during the most important moments of the season, as has happened with some of our own players in recent seasons. However, the real issue for me as a fan is the value of the draft picks. I know we're in a title window now, and adding more impactful pieces makes sense, but at the same time, in the long run, these picks could be vital for building the team. The Lakers face the challenge of balancing the now and the future without compromising what they've already built, and without giving up potential talent for the coming years. This is a delicate line that needs to be walked with great care. If Portland continues with its high demands, the trade might end up not being worth it, especially if it forces us to give up too many important assets. At this point, the Lakers already have a strong roster, and what we need is not necessarily more stars, but specific pieces that can fit well without compromising the franchise's future. Therefore, I'm cautious about the price of the trade, but at the same time, I understand that this is an opportunity to further strengthen our rotation and give LeBron and Davis the pieces they need to win another title. As a fan, I would feel more comfortable if the trade were advantageous to the team both in the short and long term.